Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Lesser Known But Awesome Heroes. And today, I'll be talking about one of the creations of the late great Dwayne McDuffie. Yes, today I'll be talking about Augustus Freeman, aka Icon. And Icon was created by Dwayne McDuffie and Dennis Cohen, I believe is how you pronounce that, in May of 1993. And they were originally part of Milestone Comics. However, at 2008, Dan Didio announced that they were going to be integrated into the DC universe. This included all the characters from the Dakotaverse, Icon included, were brought into the DCU. However, the Worlds Collide crossover in 1994 had never happened. And he would appear alongside the Shadow Cabinet in JLA Volume 2, number 27, which was written by Dwayne McDuffie. Basically, I'm going to give you guys the shorthand version of his origins. The shorthand version of his origins is that basically, back during the days of slavery, an alien starship crashed out in a whole bunch of cotton fields. And Icon is basically a transmutive alien that would basically genetically alter itself to whatever the first thing it saw was, which it happened to be a black slave, a black female slave who was picking cotton. And upon looking at this thing, the alien transmutated into a young black male, a male child. And pretty much Icon is centuries old, yet because of his alien DNA, he has longevity. Meaning that basically he's probably centuries old, but he's a man who has never aged past 40. He was part of the Underground Railroad. He was part of the Union Army in the Civil War. He was part of the Armed Forces. He has a partnership with a young girl named Rocket. He works with the Cooperative, who are peaceful aliens. He has also assumed the name Augustus Freeman, and he has used this to try to portray himself as descendants. And he has even his strength and abilities are on par with that of Superman. He has flight, invincibility, massive superhuman strength, super speed, super reflexes, super stamina, enhanced mental perception, enhanced senses, regenerative healing factor, longevity, and he can generate and project, photon energy. Basically, in other words, he is as powerful, if not slightly more powerful, than Superman and Martian Manhunter combined. And they actually talk about how at one point Icon actually punched Superman so hard that he actually knocked him out of the watchtower and like 50 feet into space. However, Icon did complain that his hand hurt afterwards and that it was sore, and Superman actually admitted that nobody, not even Doomsday, had ever hit him that hard. So, yeah, Icon is extremely, extremely powerful. But he would actually go on for centuries just leaving kind of a hermit life, never really using his powers or anything. But when somebody tried to rob him, he used his powers, and that's when he gained his partnership with Rocket. And it was eventually through Rocket that he would later become Icon, the hero of Dakota. And really he's very intelligent. He is somewhat stiff, and he actually is a lawyer. And many people in the black community, quote unquote, in the comic book universe, consider him a sellout or a whitewash. And he prefers doing everything by the book rather than acting on instinct. And he's often fought people that gained powers from Dakota's Big Bang and what have you and whatnot. And he's been actually portrayed as just a really, really super powerful being. I mean, and the funny part is that despite the fact that he can fly and everything, he has an alien spaceship. I mean, I could go through dozens of like little small tidbits on Icon, but basically, guys, as I said a while ago in a nutshell, he is that should explain everything about Icon. He's the Black Superman. But I think definitely what's cool is that in stuff like Young Justice and even in Static Shock, he's been referenced numerous times. He's been shown, he's made cameos. And I'm really hoping that in the new 52 that they actually give him his own solo series or put him on like the JLA or something, or like JLI. Cause I have to admit, when I watch Mount Vernon Kid's Characters and Why I Like 'Em vid on Icon, I'm really intrigued by this character. And even doing a little bit of research myself and the things that I found out, this guy is actually really, really awesome. I mean, anybody that can go toe-to-toe with Superman, me being the Superman fan that I am, is somebody that I'm definitely interested in. But I'm rambling on, guys, and I'm not really being much factual, because there's not really much. I mean, the guy's been around since the 90s. Come on, give me a break here. But Icon definitely is a character that deserves to shine a little bit in the light. And also, considering that it's Martin Luther King Day, or at least it was, hopefully I'll be able to get, hopefully by the time you see this video, it will have already been posted as being marked on the 16th. But I figured since it was Martin Luther King Day that I would talk about probably, in my opinion, one of the most prolific, black superheroes in the entire comic book universe. So, unfortunately, guys, but this is a really quick, really short video, unfortunately. But I just felt that I had to at least give this guy a mention. Because you know what, characters like Icon here more than deserve to shine in the light, or at least be mentioned, if whether it be longly or briefly. So that is it, guys. This is Icon, Dwayne McDuffie's Black Superman, if you will. And although most of the general public do not know who he is, and that his popularity is overshadowed by that of Static, it makes Icon lesser known. But with all the powers, everything that he's done, even taking on the Man of Steel, it definitely makes Icon a very awesome hero. But I want to take this extra time while the time is still rolling here, guys, and I wanted to actually say that this may potentially, because of them voting for SOPA on Wednesday, this may be potentially the last lesser known but awesome hero that I do. But if this is in fact curtain call, if this is my last hurrah, then I'm glad that I at least got the chance to do a lesser known on a character like Icon. I'm glad that I can at least end my lesser known but awesome hero series if, and I use the term very loosely, if the SOPA bill does get passed. I actually don't think that it will get passed. It will not get passed if the blackout works on Wednesday, but if the fates are not kind to us and it does get passed, then hopefully you guys in this brief amount of time will take comfort in the fact that I ended it with a really awesome character. And I also want to take the time to actually very humbly and very I guess you can say humbly and modestly, thank you. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for everyone that has been watching me through the years, has actually watched me grown as a person. I'm sure that you don't agree with a lot of my viewpoints, but I hope that you've enjoyed the entertainment that I tried to bring to you each and every time that I did a video. But on the flip side, if SOPA does not get passed, which like I said, I'm really hopeful that it doesn't, Stay tuned in February for my for my lesser known but awesome hero Black History Month marathon. Look forward to my lesser knowns on Tigra and Spider Woman, and a third one, a very special one that you guys will enjoy. For all you Batman fans, yes, I'll be talking about a Batman character. But maybe this is goodbye, maybe it isn't. But if it is goodbye, then I shall humbly take my bow, guys, and say thank you and good night. And know that good or bad, I will always be here fighting the good fight, because a real hero needs only faith, courage, and compassion. We all can be a Superman if we really, really, truly want to. That is why superheroes exist.